You know, sometimes you just got to accept that you just don't know what the heck is going on, but just try and work with it. So, this is a live shrimp, and I'm pretty sure it's a female. If not, there is another shrimp in here. Yeah, uh, in this Decrepit 55, if you've heard me talk about it, and how odd that it is that these shrimp are surviving in this tank, there are two shrimp in here, and one is a male and one is a female, I believe. They like to hide underneath the UV filter here that's never really turned on. Now this tank looks like a little garbaggio right now because I am actually cleaning it, trying to get it nice again. So right now I just changed all the gunk, or I removed all the gunk from the Cascade 1500, and I have been using the siphon right here to try and get all of this sediment that came from the well that settled down on the bottom of the sand. That's going to take some time to get rid of. And then I got to fill it back up, and then after a few hours all the extra sediment will settle back down, and I got to repeat the process a few times to try and get this thing nice and clean. But nevertheless, yeah, this is some of the most harsh water I have. This is meant for wild fish, not sensitive invertebrates, and what do you know, there's actually two of them. I thought there was only one, but a friend of mine came over and spotted another one, and I'm like, well gosh, if I just let it be, maybe if there's a male and a female, they'll breed and I'll have a ton of yellow shrimp again. But despite this tank being in a state of disrepair and needing to be worked on, which I'm currently in the middle of doing, which is why it still looks so terrible, let's talk about yellow shrimp. Because, all is not lost here. Take a look. As long as I can focus. Shrimp. Shrimp. More shrimp. Shrimp everywhere. Shrimp on the Barbie. Well, hopefully not on the Barbie. These little guys are all over the place. And this is the tank that they were originally in where everything was going wrong. And they're doing good. They're actually moving around, eating, all that good stuff. They don't get a lot of light, and these plants are, growing roots, which is good. So you know what? There hasn't been a death in here in a long time, and they seem to be doing okay, which is awesome. Which leads me to this tank, which is the tank that I had moved all of them into. Well, not all of them, as you can see, but a lot of them, and they just died and died and died. This is the one that was built from the ground up to be specifically for that species of shrimp. It's converted back over to straight hard water now, and you can see what happens when I convert it to hard water. There's so many minerals and nutrients that these plants grow insane roots versus, this where the roots are pretty minimal. So, yeah, wow. Big difference when it comes to plants. I've still got these bladder snails, and the worst thing is, these are not the tiny bladder snails. This is the specific species that back when I was breeding these guys to sell as food, I got these really, really huge ones that I found at Meijer, and they gave me like hundreds of them for free. And that was a long time ago, and I've never been truly rid of them because of that. So I got the big suckers growing in here. Apparently I've got another, maybe a Christmas bus or something? I don't know what plant that is, but it seems to be growing. So, all things considered, not everything is completely bad. I'm starting to get my footing back on everything. I'm starting to get my ambition to try and fix things again. And I did a little quick test on this thing, and this pH test tells me a lot of what I need to know. This is not straight hard water. This is RO water remineralized with something. And I don't know if it's done with Sea Chem Replenish or Shrimp King GH or KH. Easy way to tell, I'm going to have to do a KH test, but at least I know that's not straight hard water that these little guys are thriving in. But, same species, from the same colony line, thriving in straight hard water. What the heck? If I can get them to just survive and breed in straight hard water, I don't know why I'm buying these products. Anywho, moving over here, all is not completely lost. There is one Bloody Mary shrimp left in here somewhere. And that's the thing about these shrimp, man. I tell you, I just saw it like not more than a few minutes ago, and they are masters of hiding. Like, they can be somewhere up in the root system here, and it's kind of hard to find them. I swear these guys could hide behind a pin. Oh, there it is. There's the little guy. I'm pretty sure that's a boy. And if he's alive, I think there is a female too. And might be around here somewhere. Now this is the tank. Once again, specially built from the ground up for this specific species. So I've got one Bloody Mary red shrimp that's alive. I wish there was more. I bought 10 in total, 5 males, 5 females. And I just got this guy, but this guy seems to be holding on. You know, I really hope and pray that at least this guy stays with me, so, you know, I have something to work with. Oh, there he goes, being a shrimp. But he looks happy, you know, he doesn't seem to be in any stress. And part of me thinks maybe it has to do with aging the water a little bit. That term is so loose. I hear people use it all the time, but it doesn't refer to anything particular. Now, this tank right here, straight hard water, it's always been. And, oh, there he is. Hi. You guys can't see him. Oh, there he goes. That's Manuel. He's my auto. Get it? My little auto sinkless. I've had him for a long time now. I have him on algae duty, and he's just been kind of been a good little auto sinkless doing his thing. But you know, he's not the only suckerfish I got. Of course we got Peaches. We can't forget about Peaches. Hi, Peaches! Now, Peaches has been in his own tank for a little while now, and I got double duty filters going here. I got some Biomax in a hang-on back, and I've also got a sponge filter in here. And I got him down here because, as you can see, I've got nothing but Malaysian trumpet snails in here, along with a few assassin snails, and I'm pretty sure Peaches was responsible for eating all the assassin snail eggs, which is a problem because I really wanted to breed assassin snails to try and take care of the Malaysian trumpet snail problem, because I have these little guys. Look at them, they're so cute. Look at you. Who are you raising your claw at, huh? You got nothing to worry about. So I've got like at least 3 Mexican dwarf crayfish. There's the third one all the way back there. See, I don't know if there's a male and a female. I'm hoping there is, but when I moved them in here, I neglected one particular situation. There was like 20 of them, and I put them all in here because they needed more space, otherwise they were going to attack each other. Problem. Whenever I go to feed them, you know, they're nom-noms right here, these pellets, all these snails get to the food first, because they're everywhere, and they eat all the food, and they don't leave any for the crayfish. So then the crayfish become cannibalistic, and then they eat each other. And I think that's why they're so gosh darn aggressive, because they're hungry. And it took me a while to figure that out. I thought they were all getting to the food before the snails, because they're crayfish, they're fast. But not fast enough, as the case may be, which is why I want these assassin snails to breed and lay eggs. Now, Peaches has been in his little solo tank here for a while now, and I just don't see any of the assassin snail eggs. And I'm wondering if Malaysian trumpet snails eat assassin snail eggs. Now I'm really confused. There was 70 assassins in here at one point. I used to be able to breed them in my like 1 gallon tank a long time ago, but that was a really long time ago. But also, we can't forget my favorite little buddy, who is also being really elusive right now. Oh, nope, there he is. Hi, Vladimir. Who's my favorite shrimp? Who you are. That's right, you're the best shrimp. Vladimir, my vampire shrimp, has been with me for years. He has survived everything you can throw at him. My God, he is just such a resilient little guy. And he is a constant source of joy whenever I come down and see him waving his forearms around to eat some nom-noms. He's a good little shrimp. Actually, a big shrimp. He's probably the biggest shrimp you can possibly get next to some... Well, I shouldn't say that, but, you know, at your local pet store, you know, vampire shrimp are pretty big compared to most shrimps. So what does all this equate to? It really just comes down to the emotional and financial dread that I had been dealing with for a while is starting to fade, and I'm starting to get my eagerness to want to get back into this and do something. So I'm going to start with something cheap and easy. Ghost shrimp. Yeah, they're not worth a lot, but they'll provide plenty of entertainment, and they'll help me feel better about coming down here. Then, hopefully, the panther crabs, which I want to do. And who knows, if there's a male and female Mexican dwarf crayfish, I might be able to get that to work. I'm thinking about getting a clown... Well, I'd have to get a few clown roaches because they're shell-laying fishes, I think. So, I'd have to get a few of them, but I need to take care of the Malaysian trumpet snail situation before I can realistically keep crayfish in here if I want to breed them, because food is always a problem with crayfish. So that's really the situation, is all hope is not lost. The yellows have a chance of bouncing back. All the reds have not actually died. I have not run out of Mexican dwarfs, and there is a chance that I can still breed them. I've got some buddies that have been with me through thick and thin, and they keep me happy. So, wish me luck, guys. It's going to be a lot of work moving forward, starting from scratch, but I'll keep you updated.